So check this out. This is Combat by Coleco, and it's a game where programming errors become actual game features. The first and most obvious quirk/programming error that the manual likes to explain away is the disappearing tank. So if you go off the right end of the screen, a few moments later you appear on the left side. The tank does wrap around. And if you disappear off the left end, you show up back on the right hand side. And not surprisingly, if you go off the top, your tank passes through the score and appears at the bottom moments later. And so, of course, if you go off the bottom of the screen, your tank disappears forever and the game's over. I'm not even kidding. The manual does try to explain this away as mere gameplay and not programming incompetence. It tells you to keep your tanks within the boundaries of the battlefield at all times, but it does say if your tank goes off the screen, let the handles alone, and the tank will usually reappear somewhere else on the screen. And then I love that they add, and this adds suspense and excitement to the game. Then they say if the tank crosses the bottom boundary, it is captured and disappears from the screen. The game is over and you need to press reset. Again, not a programming error, but gameplay. Another funny quirk that's not as noticeable is how the score vibrates slightly. You can see it better in this close-up, but the manual has an answer for that too. It helpfully explains, note, scores may vibrate at all times due to the force of explosions. Mind you, I'm not even firing here, and there's no explosions. Another thing that doesn't seem right involves these features called barriers. The manual says you can hide from other tanks behind these, and indeed your bullets do not go through the barriers, but somehow your tank passes through these barriers like butter. The manual doesn't even try to explain this. Another thing they did, which you would never get away with today, was adding a game that really had nothing to do with programming. It's game number 4, and it's called Night Battle. You play by adjusting the brightness and contrast. The manual says adjust the controls so the black tank and mines are barely visible. And then you go ahead and you just play like that. That's it. It's like the usual game, but no one can actually see the black tank. Truth is, I do want to give some leeway to the programmers. I have no idea how difficult it was to program back in the day. They might have been working under real tight deadlines for money or otherwise. They maybe didn't even have time to fix any errors. So I think we should just blame Coleco instead of some poor programmer who was just trying to figure things out. And you got to give props to the copywriter who had to try to sell those programming errors as gameplay. Those guys never got paid enough.